What if I told you Java is a loop that runs your code before it even checks whether it should? Sounds like a bug, but it's actually a feature, and once you see where it's useful, you will wonder how you lived without it. Welcome back. Today we are covering the do-while loop, the while loop's stubborn little sibling that always gets at least one turn. In the last video we learned the while loop. Quick refresher: a while loop checks its condition first. And if the condition is false, the loop body never runs. 0 times nothing. And that's basically called the pre-test loop. Test first, run second. And the while loop flips that order. And that tiny change makes a big difference. So let me give you just a fast example. The syntax for the do-while loop is basically saying do as a keyword, curly braces, while our condition, and then semicolon. Since condition must be a variable, let's say it's our I less than 1, which we have to, of course, initialize, like I integer equals to, let's say, 1. And inside the do loop, we basically execute code here to execute. And since I is already 1, which is at that place not a true condition, you would think in the while loop that the code inside the while loop will not be executed at all. But the thing is, at do while loop, we at least get execute one time, and if the condition does not fit or still true, then the do loop will be executed one more time. So let's make that visible. Execute it. 1 is executed one time. Maybe a practical example for you to get away more of this lesson right here. And let's say we want to declare and initialize a scanner. Call it scanner, and it's a new scanner. It's a int number. We don't initialize it at all. Remove this and say system out and say enter a number between 1 and, I don't know, 8, and say remove this number equals to scanner. We want to scanner integer, semicolon, and in the while we want to check that number, right? So it must be basically 1 or the number is higher than 8, right? Because we want a number between 1 and 8, and if the number is less than 1 or more than 8, then we want to execute that one more time, at least until we get a number between 1 and 8. Let's make a quick sample and run. The console asks me to enter a number between 1 and 8. Let's say 10. It asks me once again that I will have to type it one more time because the number is 10, right? Maybe 100, maybe 1, and then our program stops being executed because we typed 1, which is between 1 and 8, right? We could also say, okay, after the execution, to make the program with more logic, we want to thank the user which number it typed. Say number, execute it, and say 5. Thanks, you entered 5. And what if we do, okay, we execute it one more time and say -5. Still the same problem. It's not between 1 and 8. And what if we say 0.5? Bam. What happened here? Exception was shown because the number I typed is not an integer. So in that case, we have to build a specific error handling, which we will handle in the next videos. So that was for now. If you like the tutorial, please like and subscribe to support me, and stay tuned for the next videos.